Hi guys, it's Ksenia. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be on my top 10 herb fragrances that I've ever tried. I've done a few herb fragrance hauls on my channel, which you can watch. I'll link all my hauls down below where I've talked about various herb fragrances. And since those hauls, of course, there's things that have remained in my collection, but I've also decluttered scents, or I'm just still kind of trying to figure out certain scents. But these ones are my top 10 that I have ever tried thus far. These, in my opinion, are the best of the best. Herb fragrances are kind of known to be dupes of a lot of really popular high-end niche perfumes, and a lot of these are, but there's also original scents that you've never smelled before. Not only are these perfumes so affordable, which every single one of the perfumes I'm going to show you today is less than $50. One of these perfumes is literally under $10, but the quality that they provide, given that price point, it doesn't even make sense. I've smelled niche $400 price fragrances that don't smell as high-end as some of these do. It just doesn't make any sense. But I'm not complaining. I love herb fragrances. I know a lot of you guys love herb fragrances. So if you want to find out my personal top 10 herb fragrances that I've ever tried, then stay tuned. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and turn your post notifications on, and let's get started. By the way, this video is not sponsored. I've purchased every single one of these perfumes with my own money. I'm pretty sure I've purchased all these on Amazon, which is another thing I love about herb fragrances, is most of them are on Amazon Prime, so I can get them literally shipped to me in like a day. Okay, so 6 of the 10 that I'm going to share with you are from Lattafa, and I'm going to start off with those. I think Lattafa is probably my favorite, and I would say probably the most popular herb fragrance brands. So let's start with the Lattafa scents. I gotta start with this one. I know the majority of you guys are gourmand lovers like me. This is Eclair by Lattafa. The packaging is beautiful. That's another thing. When you buy these perfumes, they're all beautifully packaged. It's such an experience unboxing these fragrances. You think you're unboxing like a $500 perfume, but literally it was under $50. So Eclair, obviously based off of the name, is a true delicious, warm, sweet gourmand scent. This is actually supposedly a dupe for Bianco Latte, which I have not gotten my hands on. I know I probably should. I get told by you guys on a daily basis that I need to test that out, but I think I'm okay with just having this. I'm obsessed with this perfume, and if Bianco Latte is even close to this, obviously it's probably amazing, but it's also like, I think $200, and do I really want to spend that on a perfume when I already have this and I absolutely love it? Not really. Maybe once I'm finished with this, I might, but as of right now, I'm very much okay with this scent, and judging off of what people say about this in comparison to Bianco Latte, they seem like they're very, very similar. As far as notes, this has milk, caramel, sugar, middle notes of honey, white flowers, and base notes of vanilla, praline, and musk. Tons of really sweet notes. Very creamy, super lactonic. It's sweet on sweet on sweet. It's such a cozy scent. It smells like when you enter the house and somebody's baking cookies. And I've said this before, I'm pretty sure, but this to me smells exactly like you're walking around Disneyland, like around all of the dessert shops. You know that smell. It's a delicious smell, and that's literally what this smells like. Next, I have 2 Yaras. My top 2 are these right here. I have tried the Yara I don't know how to say it still. It's the one in the orange bottle. I didn't really like that. I ended up decluttering mine, but these 2, these are amazing. This is the original Yara, which I fell in love with on first spray. I remember I unboxed this in my car because I went to pick up my Amazon package, and I just wanted to rip this open and smell it right then and there, and I literally audibly gasped in my car. I was so in love with this scent. It smells like Sol de Janeiro, Cheirosa 62, which is like a popular thing that's been said about this, but it has more of a fruity kick to it. In the notes, this has orchid, heliotrope, tangerine, middle notes of gourmand accord and tropical fruits, and base notes of vanilla, musk, and sandalwood. It's like a berry, almost strawberry version of Cheirosa 62 to me. And one more thing I have to mention about herb fragrances, a lot of them get better with age. I think probably the majority of them. That's a well-known thing about herb fragrances. They macerate so beautifully to the point where if you buy it right off the bat, you may not even like that scent, but just let it sit for like a month and they just get better. For example, with my Eclair, I've had this now in my collection for, I don't know, 2-3 months. It's been a little while, and even for that long, I can tell it's already gotten deeper, even more delicious, even more gourmand. It's so freaking good. So if you buy any Arab fragrances, don't be quick to write them off or declutter them. Let them sit in your collection first and kind of macerate, and then you can judge them. Just an FYI. And then the next Yara that is my favorite is definitely Yara Candy. This one, I think, has probably even taken the place of the original for me. I'm obsessed with, obviously, gourmands, sweet scents. I love to smell like candy and sweet and sugary. That's this scent. This for me is like the grown-up version of pink sugar in a way. It has all those sweet, sugary kind of vibes. It doesn't have that burnt note that pink sugar has. It doesn't exactly smell like cotton candy, but it's just a sugary sweet scent. The top most prominent note in this is strawberry fizz candy, which smells exactly how it sounds. That note is so prominent in here, also accompanied by black currant and vanilla. Has a touch of amber. There's a few other notes in it, but those are, in my opinion, the key notes that you can pick up on right off the bat. This one is completely on the opposite end of Yara Candy. It is not sweet, it's not girly, it's none of that, but it is a sexy, definitely more unisex fragrance. This is Liam by Lattafa. Now, I got this because I was searching for a dupe for Gris Chanel by BDK. I did smell that in a niche perfume shop in Miami like about a year ago, maybe more than that now, and initially, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really love it because when I smelled that at the store, it reminded me a good amount of Santal 33, which has never personally been my favorite scent. I don't think it's bad. I definitely appreciate the uniqueness, but it's a little bit too grungy for me. But recently, I've just been watching so many videos on BDK Gris Chanel, and I kind of got the itch for it. I wanted to test it out again, and I thought to myself, maybe the first impression that I had at the store wasn't accurate, but I didn't want to spend the money on that scent. So I was doing a little bit of research and I came across this, which is supposedly a dupe for Gris Chanel. And I'm here to tell you, not only is this very similar to Gris Chanel, in my opinion, it's better. I find this way more wearable. I find the notes in it blended a lot smoothly. Nothing really stands out. It doesn't smell sharp or super edgy or grungy, which in my opinion, again, this is based off of just a first impression on that scent. I think this is better than what I remember that scent to be, and it's an actual fraction of the cost. So I get this any day over Gris Chanel. This has fig in it, which has come to be one of my favorite freaking notes in perfumes ever. It has this sweetness in a very fresh way. This has cardamom, fig, black tea, middle notes of iris, vetiver, labdanum, and base notes of vanilla, sandalwood, tonka, and patchouli. There's something very calming about this scent. It's very easy to wear. You can wear this every single day. It could be your signature scent. It's also very versatile to where it can take you easily, like every day running errands, to a date night, to a special occasion. It's just an incredible aromatic, woody, slightly sweet, fresh scent. Moving on, I have Camera by Lattafa, which is a stunning bottle, very heavy, and it's very obviously a dupe for Kilian, what's the name? Angel Share. That is a high-end niche perfume. Again, price point of $200 or $300, somewhere around there. Just like what happened to me with BDK Gris Chanel, pretty much the same thing happened to me with Angel Share. I actually went into Sephora with the full intention to buy Angel Share. I went over to the tester, sprayed it on me, and I was like, this is too much initially. I told my husband, can we just go out of the store, maybe walk around a little bit, wait until it kind of settles, and then I can decide what I want to do with it. We did that. I smelled it. Again, it was too much. It was way too strong. I normally like strong scents, but something about it was almost headache inducing for me. It was just a little too much, so I didn't buy it, which was good for my wallet because it was a hefty price point and I saved myself almost $300 that day, so that was good. After that, I kind of just wrote off Angel Share as a scent that I did not like until I bought this. This one was influenced by you guys. You guys were telling me you need to try Camera. I've mentioned before I don't like Angel Share, and usually in those videos I have at least a few comments telling me try Camera. It's like a better version for Angel Share. You're gonna love it. And every time I would look this scent up, I would see the first compared perfume was Angel Share. So I'm like, I don't know why you guys want me to buy this. It doesn't seem like I would like this. I don't like Angel Share, but I finally just gave it the benefit of the doubt and I bought it. and I am so glad that I bought this. This doesn't even smell like Angel Share to me, which is probably disappointing for people that like Angel Share and are just trying to find a dupe. But in my personal opinion, I think this smells better. I think it's way better blended. It's not too much on my skin. It doesn't give me a headache. It's still a very strong scent, don't get me wrong, but it's just smoother, I guess. It's got a lot of notes in it. It has cinnamon, nutmeg, bergamot, dates, praline, tuberose, mahonio, base notes of vanilla, tonka bean, amberwood, myrrh, benzoin, akigala wood. This is a very boozy kind of scent. It has this liqueur. It smells like aged whiskey. It's also very spicy. I mean, you get cinnamon, you get nutmeg, and that's very prevalent in this, but also very sweet with the praline and the dates. It's a perfect fall kind of scent. It's not gourmand. It's just boozy and warm and cozy. It's also very resinous, super woody. It smells like that cozy spice that's in the air during the holidays. So that's kind of what this is for me, but I think it smells incredible. For the price point, you can't go wrong, and also it's a better version of Angel Share, which is a super expensive perfume, so why not get that? And then the last Lattafa scent that I have here before we get into the other brands, this is Musamam White Intense. The bottle of this, crazy, absolutely gorgeous bottle. Feels like it would be a $500 perfume, but it's not. It's under $50. This perfume I actually found out about from a Kathleen Lights video. I follow her on TikTok. She has a perfume account and she was raving about this, so I immediately placed an order, and I'm so glad because this scent smells like $1,000,000. This is such a high quality, all of these are, but this one specifically just smells like money. This has top notes of bergamot, spices, and orange, middle notes of coconut, ylang ylang, and ambroxan, mahonio, and base notes of sandalwood, musk, and benzoin. This actually kind of smells a little like Liam by Lattafa, and it's actually also said to be a dupe for Gris Chanel. Another comparison is Versace's Crystal Noir. I personally don't get either. Definitely not Crystal Noir, maybe a touch of Gris Chanel, but again, done in a way better way, same as it's done with Liam. Now, the difference between these two, even though I would say they are pretty similar scent profiles, Liam is way fresher and lacks really any form of sweetness, whereas this one has like this more beachy vibe, and Liam is also very unisex, whereas this one smells way more feminine, and it's also a little bit creamier. It's a really gorgeous scent, really sexy, definitely an attention grabbing scent. It's very strong. It leaves a beautiful scent trail, and the more and more this dries down, it gets sweeter and sweeter. Definitely not in a gourmand way, just in like a sweet, sexy, perfumey kind of way. So yeah, this is a gorgeous, elegant, again, very signature scent worthy kind of scent, and will definitely make you stand out in a crowd. Okay, so those are all 6 of my Lattafas that I have. Now I have 4 that are, I think they're all different brands. Starting off with the most affordable perfume out of this entire video. This perfume is probably, I think, maybe my most affordable scent in my entire fragrance collection. This is under $10. I think it's like $9 and something cents on Amazon, which is an insane price for this. And when I first bought it and saw that price, I was like, this for sure is not going to give me much, but I was hearing really great reviews, so I'm like, let me just get it. It's literally $9. I don't have too much to lose, and I am so glad that I bought this scent. Oh, especially now for the fall and winter time, I cannot wait to whip this out again. I haven't worn this for a while. I haven't put the biggest dent. I've sprayed this just a handful of times because it's very sweet, and I live in a 100-degree pretty much every single day kind of weather. This weather doesn't do this perfume justice. It just kind of eats it up, and it makes it a little sickly sweet, but it's not sickly sweet when used in the right occasion or weather. This is Choco Musk by, who is this by? Al Rehab. I mean, you have it in the name. This is quite literally chocolate in a perfume. Now, when I first saw that, I thought, especially given the price point, that it was gonna smell like that really cheap kind of sweet, synthetic, chocolatey kind of scent. I was fully prepared for that, but it is not that at all. This is the most authentic chocolatey scent. It's so smooth and edible. There's really no other way to describe this besides creamy, delicious milk chocolate. It's like a chocolate fountain. This has vanilla, milk chocolate, white musk, spicy notes, cinnamon, amber, sandalwood, myrrh, and rose. I kind of get a little bit of that rose now that I'm smelling this. It's very, very faint, but it does add a little bit more of a sophistication to the scent, but it's definitely dominated by milk chocolate. Maybe a little bit of spice and definitely vanilla for sure. The vanilla and the milk chocolate are beautifully combined in here. I saw someone say that this perfume smells like Palmer's cocoa butter, and now I cannot get that out of my head. I think I actually used their cocoa butter. I'm pretty sure that's the product that comes in like a tub. I would use that for my tattoos when I got them, and it healed them beautifully. So I actually really love that product. And I was also obsessed with the scent of it because it has this delicious like chocolatey cocoa kind of scent. And now that I read this comment on Fragrantica, I cannot get that out of my head because yes, it smells so much like Palmer's cocoa butter. If you want to smell like chocolate, go ahead and get this. It's $9. Here we have probably the most famous, I would say, of all Air fragrances. I did an entire dedicated video to this scent. I actually did like a first impression in that video, and I pretty much just fell in love with this on first smell. I remember my husband really loved this, and I still use it and love it to this day. This is such a hard fragrance to make literally any dent. Like I would have to douse myself in this to even make a little bit of a dent. By the way, this is an oil. It's a fragrance oil. So it comes with this, which I know in one of my videos somebody told me the name, what this little thing is called. It's not a dropper, it's just like a little glass tube that you just kind of put on your skin like that. This is Fruit Heaven. It is probably the fruitiest, juiciest, sweet scent ever. It smells so freaking good. It's also pretty clean. Like it's not a sickly sweet fruity kind of scent. It's more of a fresh fruity. This goes well with so many perfumes. I've used this as a base layer to so many scents, and it's just beautiful. And because it is an oil and it's got that thick, almost like sticky feel, I mean it's an oil, any perfume that you put on top of it, not only will it just intensify any scent, but also those perfume particles kind of stick onto the oil, and it will literally quadruple the longevity of any perfume that you have. So that's another reason why I love this. Really, any fragrance oil in general is great for that, but because of that distinct sweet fruitiness, it works with so many of my delicious fruity perfumes that I have, and it's like a go-to for me. Oh, and I didn't even mention the notes. This has jasmine, bergamot, peony, middle notes of pineapple, peach, and plum, and base notes of musk, sandalwood, and patchouli. I personally do not get any of the floral notes. If anything, maybe they're just very smoothly blended in here, adding something to the fruits, but definitely dominated by fruits. I very much smell the pineapple, not so much the peach, definitely the plum, and I'm also getting sort of a citrusy scent. And then as far as the base notes, maybe a little musky, but not too much, a little bit woody, and I also don't really get that patchouli. So that's kind of where I stand notes wise. Second to last, I have Casa Blanca. This is actually a dupe for Jean Paul Gaultier's La Belle, which I really love, but I would say this is more of a gourmand version for La Belle. La Belle is a little bit more perfumey, whereas this takes that pear note that's in La Belle, which is still pear and vanilla, but this is pear and vanilla pie. Like it's warmer and just more edible, more delectable. It just has more of a decadent vibe to it. This has top notes of apple, grapes, middle notes of white woods, iris, and patchouli, and base notes of caramel, amber, suede, musk, and Peru balsam. It's so nice to revisit some of these perfumes because, like I said earlier, Air fragrances just macerate beautifully, and they keep on macerating. I feel like this perfume I've had for definitely well over a year, and I swear it's just, it gets better and better. Like you assume perfumes would go bad with time, but these perfumes don't. They get better with time. This to me smells like a pear crumble pie. It smells like a caramel apple, but it also has this sexy perfuminess to it. Like it's not total gourmand, you'll smell like cake. No, it definitely has a good combo of being super sweet but also perfumey and high quality. Because of that caramel apple pear pie warmth that this has, I find this a stunning fall scent, so I'll definitely be whipping this out this fall. And the last in my top 10 air fragrances is Janu Noir. This scent, again, was introduced to me, not personally. Again, I watched this Kathleen Lights video on TikTok and she was raving about this, so I bought it. I feel like her and I have very similar tastes, so whenever I find YouTubers or TikTokers, whatever, that promote certain perfumes and I like their taste, then I know I can probably blind buy that scent. That's why it's nice to find people that have similar scent profiles as you, because you know that most things that they recommend you'd probably love too. This is like a $500 perfume disguised in a, what is this, like I think 40 something dollars. This has top notes of kumquat, lime, middle notes of orris, violet, jasmine, lily of the valley, and base notes of vanilla, musk, sandalwood, and cedar. This is the very first perfume in my entire perfume collection, and I think honestly probably other perfumes that has kumquat. I've never seen this note in any other perfumes. Well, any other perfumes that I've tried at least. This perfume is actually supposed to be a dupe for Dama Bianca by Xerjoff, which I've come to love Xerjoff scents as well as Casa Blanca. Here's a question for you guys. What's the difference between Casa Blanca and Xerjoff? Because I always hear people say that they're like the same brand, but their bottles are different and they also kind of have different names. Are they owned by the same company? I don't know. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. I'm not too well versed on niche perfumes. I've definitely dabbled and have a few in my collection, but I don't know much about the niche perfume world, so educate me on that because I've always been really confused on that. This is like the center of attention. I want to be the best smelling person in any room kind of perfume. The way that the vanilla is done in here is in this beautiful, warm, powdery kind of way. I'm also getting this lipsticky. I think that's where that powderiness is coming from in this scent. It's almost like lipstick or makeup powder. I mean, we have that violet in there, so that makes sense. Definitely woody, really feminine scent, very sexy. I just picture some Louboutin pumps, beautiful little black dress on, bright red lipstick, just a very powerful scent. For the price point, it's just like an unbeatable scent, and I think the more it wears on your skin, it turns almost plummy slightly. Oh, so good. So those are all of my top 10 air fragrances that I've ever tried. I've tried a good amount and decluttered some, and these are definitely my top favorites. Let me know in the comments what is your #1 air fragrance. I honestly personally don't think I can choose just one, so maybe leave me more than one if you can't answer one, but let me know any recommendations that you have for air perfumes in the comments down below. I'm always looking to get more, so let me know your recommendations. That is it for me today. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and turn your post notifications on, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.